Holly Rigsby, author of FitYummyMummy.com, and based on your feedback from last week's video about summer setbacks and what makes summer so dang hard to stick to your fitness and fat loss plans, I came up with a summer survival kit, a series of videos and articles and tips to help you stay on track this summer. But this is the most important one, video number 1, because the biggest obstacle that I hear everyone talking about is the fact that their summer routine is off. Maybe you're sleeping in, the kids are out of school, your days and weeks are filled with travel and vacations, you're going to lots more cookouts and parties, and summer just seems like one endless weekend. And this in itself can present a lot of temptations and struggles. So what do? How do you gain control of your summer routine so it isn't so chaotic, so that you can feel good about the track and the path that you're on? Well, the best step forward is to create a time log. Yeah, I know you're going to roll your eyes at this, but the same thing applies when we find out about when we're trying to refine our nutrition plan. Every fitness professional and expert will tell you that the first place that you need to start is to keep a food log. You got to see what's going in, identify it so you can adjust it and get the desired results that you're after. Same thing happens with our routine and the time that we spend during our summer days. So making this list is going to create structure and bring about clarity. Now, I keep a time log just out of habit. I actually use a daily planner, and on one side it has, what I'm doing each hour, and I do use this to plan ahead, but I also go back in and fill things in as I go through, and then, my daily task to-do list, and if things don't get finished that day, hey, they move to the next day. This helps me stay organized and on track. Now, by doing this, you're going to see, first of all, how many hours that you really do have during the day, and how you spend those hours. It's going to help identify your daily rituals and your routines, what time you wake up, what time that you eat, what time that you go to bed, if you have to go somewhere, if you go grocery shopping on a certain day. It's also going to help you outline special events or occasions. Outline me time, which I hope that all of you are factoring in over the summer, as well as unexpected events. Like I said, I've got my days mapped out, but there are things that pop up that I have to write in there. Maybe it pushes something down or to the next day. And most importantly, why I'm having you keep this is because it's going to help you identify time wasters. Because I do hear the excuse of, I just don't have time. When in fact, when you take this approach, you are going to be amazed at how much time you really do have. Because over this series of summer survival tips, the strategies I'm going to be sharing with you take mere minutes a day, and even mere minutes a week. But the best way to use these tips and strategies is to first see where it's going to fit in the time that you really do have. And when we're worried about time wasters, these are things that you engage in that are not doing anything to help bring you closer to your goal. Things like watching too much TV, things like talking on the cell phone, getting onto the internet and taking too long to go through email or Facebook or MySpace. You got to write all that stuff down, because if you don't identify it, you're not going to take responsibility for it, and it can never be managed, and that time can never be used for something more productive. So, your assignment, today's Wednesday, June 24th. For the next 5 to 7 days, or even for 3 days if that sounds too overwhelming for you, keep track of how you're spending your time from the minute that you wake up to the minute that you go to bed. Put stars around certain blocks of time, circles, exclamation points, use a yellow highlighter for maybe some things that must be in there, and maybe for some things that you realize that, hey, maybe this isn't the best use of my time. Leave some comments below about your aha moments or for questions about how to better manage certain situations. Be on the lookout next week for summer survival tip number 2, because now, once we have these blocks of times identified, I'm going to show you how to best use your time to start getting results or to stay on track for those of you who have been working hard this summer. Thanks again for making the effort, and here's to your summer success.